And welcome to the second session of High Vibe Channeling for this July 16th, 2026. And this is a bit of an unusual session because of a couple reasons. One, I've been asked to come up with some questions and I was given guidance on them for all of the attendees. And you watching at home, you can also do this or wherever you're watching it on later on to write them down. So grab a pencil and paper and hit pause if you have to, if you're watching this after the effect. And I'm just going to read, there's three questions and maybe four, and several of them have two parts. And then one of the beings is going to come in and address something about these questions. But I'm just going to go ahead and start. The first one is these are all based on your beliefs. What do you think is needed to best restore nature in your community? And these do not have to be long answers, but and I'm doing these too as well. And the second part of this one is the same thing. What is needed to restore nature in the world for the planet? Bless you, Jennifer. And since I can't see Wanda and Heidi, we'll just wait for, looks like Dan's done as well. Okay, we're going to move on to the second question. And if you need me to go back, we can do that. What is needed to enable your best health? And the second part is the health of humanity. And there are no right or wrong answers. This is just getting us to focus on these issues. And I'm glad you're having fun with the children's OG Jen.
But yeah, I've been doing a lot of playing and swimming and playing basketball and starting water gun fights, starting them.
Wonderful. Bring out that inner child. What a coincidence. That's what you're supposed to be doing, right? According to the hybrid children. Looks like Christina Anna is still thinking a bit.
This is a bit of a tricky one.
Just put down what you believe. It doesn't have to be detailed,
Hmm.
just in general. And you can always come back to it.
Hmm.
Third question. What do you need to do to have your own personal ET contact experience?
Could you please repeat the question?
Sure. What do you need to do? What do you feel you need to do to have your own personal ET contact experience?
As in physically?
Yes. I don't know, and I'm guessing that that's it because we're all having dream ET experiences now.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm getting them
uh,
pretty much every night.
by now, I feel I have contact every second of every minute with like dozens of beings. So, but obviously, it's not like, physical. So I need to think of that.
There is no right or wrong answer.
That's correct. And the fourth one, oh, well, we don't want to rush Christina Anna, so
I'm sorry. Did that one have a part two?
it can. I mean, the other part was having what you can do to enable global ET contact, but I don't think that that's as important because if we can manifest our own personal ET contact, that will help bring in global ET contact.
Right. Right.
And as far as I know, we're all on pace to have our own personal ET contacts before we have global contact, which is exciting. Yes, Dan?
I was just going to say some of us
That's a
after my
belief.
message the other day.
That's a
Yeah.
belief. Yep.
they said to relax a bit and not expect. So see what happens.
Mm. I had physical contact when I was a child, but that was a while ago. So it'd be cool again.
You're all done, Christina Anna? Okay. And the last one is through what actions can you love more? Yeah, that last one hit me hard. Because I didn't think about, I mean, they had me do these a couple of days ago and I haven't thought about any of them. So I'm doing it all fresh with you guys. Everybody ready? You have some nods. Thank you. Cool. And now we're going to bring in, apparently it is the future Pleiadians who wish to come through. So one moment, please, and we'll see why they set all this up. And now I'm curious as to why they just didn't say that. But anyway. And wonderful humans, thank you for accommodating us. And thank this being for being our patsy and our assistant, so to speak, to bring these important categories to your awareness and to have you focus on them for some moments within your day. And the purpose of this is to help you manifest all of the answers you have given, not to change them, not to compare them, but to activate them and manifest them and to bring them in faster so that you can physically experience and revel in the accomplishments of them. And we are going to do a little mind trick for you all. And it involves a very simple phrase. We wish for you to phrase your answers, but to start them all with, "It is wonderful that," and have that completed answer in the completed form follow. So for each of those, for this one's cooperative mind, for it is wonderful that there are no more suburban lawns. That has a resonance. All of your answers have a resonance higher than what your expectations are. That is the focus. To picture and to manifest that reality. Whatever it may be for your community, whatever it may be for the world. It is wonderful that, and to sit with that, how that feels. Oh my gosh, you have all waited for this. You have hoped for this, and now it has happened. What joy! What an amazing accomplishment it is. And it is amazing that you are part of it. And your energy is guiding others to manifest that wonderful result, that reality. It's wonderful that your beliefs have come to fruition. It is wonderful that you have helped transform your local community. It is wonderful that your planet has been restored to health by doing what you thought needed to be done. And for all of those questions, and we do recommend that you write out that answer. It is wonderful that, and phrase each of those so that they are done. You are literally guiding energy and instructing the universe what your desires are, and adding emotion to those with your physical action and your intent is how you manifest. That is not a surprise for any of you. That is why the physical action of writing things down was given. And we are not disappointed that Mr. Ray did not pick up on that. He just knew that it was important, and he follows directions well. Isn't it wonderful that you have had a personal extraterrestrial contact? Think of that excitement. Think of telling other people about that, of describing that and knowing that it is the first one. You have physically sensed with your eyes, with your body consciousness, an extraterrestrial species. You know you have arrived because you have done the work to get your vibrational frequency range to enable that safe middle ground where those can happen, and you're not going back. You are keeping and raising up so you can have more extended personal contacts. And it's just a stepping stone, because you are working your way up the vibrational ladder to enable you to have more contacts with even higher vibrational beings. That is the excitement we wish you to focus upon. It is a glorious thing. You have enabled, you have earned the right just by being you. And the last one, we are not going through them all, for you have the idea. The last one is the most important. What do you need to do to love more? Your answers are all correct. And we do appreciate Ray's answer of go through the heart first and foremost in all things. Because the ego does not reside in the heart. It controls your bodily conscious, your nervous system, but it is mostly a mental construct used to navigate your physical reality. But when you use the heart and someone responds to you and they are harsh or they are demeaning, the heart will tell you they are having a rough time. They have been broken. They are not upset about us. They are merely lashing out. And we will love them anyway. Isn't it wonderful that I love more than I did before? Isn't it wonderful that I learned how to go through my heart to respond? Isn't it wonderful? I respond with love to almost all situations now. Isn't it wonderful? It feels wonderful. It is such a joy to have finally experienced these things, not just temporarily, but to have made them into permanence and never going back to the old ways. Isn't it wonderful? And that particular phrase takes the reasoning out of your mental aspects. It focuses on the feeling. It focuses on the heart. That's where your focus should be. To become more heart-centered, to become more heart-activated. And go easy on yourselves when it is not always the response that you would like to give. And in hindsight, fix it. Apologize if you feel you need to. Or to go back and say, you know, I've thought, and I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to do better by us both, by helping, by being present, by being love in action. You are helping to cultivate all of those in your reality. You are bringing them in, and they are all coming in. You are merely bringing them in faster. Your intent, your phrasing, your emotions is speeding up the process. And we appreciate you all working with us to help bring this message to anyone who wishes to participate in it. And if you wish to share this with others, it would be a blessing for all involved. And you can feel why. It's wonderful to have this blessing shared amongst others. It is wonderful you chose to do better by imagining better, by loving more. It is wonderful you came to hear our voice this evening. It is wonderful you chose to incarnate in this place, in this time. You are wonderful. You are loved because you are love. What could be more wonderful than that? And if you have questions or comments, in due time, please bring them forth at your convenience.
I would like to say thank you.
You are welcome. And you are divine. How wonderful you are a divine being. How wonderful you are so gracious and appreciative.
A saying, an expression came to mind that one hand washes the other, and both the hands wash the face. And it feels like we're doing this. It's a wonderful co-creation.
We agree. And thank you for phrasing it in that way and for feeling it in your heart. It is a loving, joyous co-creation. Interspecies.
Yes. Everyone's invited to the party. I repeat myself.
What a wonderful party it is.
Yeah.
Isn't it wonderful we have this party?
And it's funny now, for like some question, I find myself like turning over here and asking, like, what do you think? And then Ray is asking about contact. Like, I'm thinking, what? You mean on top of like, I don't know how many beings I have with me all the time?
Yes. Isn't it wonderful?
It's absolutely wonderful.
And if that will be all, we will let you discuss this. Isn't it wonderful that you can come together like this? Isn't it wonderful we will come back and visit you again? Isn't it wonderful that we never leave you? And we recede.
I love the intelligence and experience that is behind these practices.
Oh,
That was wonderful.
Yeah, what a wonderful way to manifest.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm so hyped.
Yeah,
And and I'm sure part of it is that, they're still here and the hybrid children are still here. But I just love that.
yeah.
Isn't it wonderful that there are no suburban lawns? Isn't it wonderful that we can work together as a species? Isn't it wonderful that I exercise more and have better nutrition? Isn't it wonderful we can remove poisons and provide better quality food for everyone on the planet? Isn't it wonderful? I only have to wait for a personal ET experience. Isn't it wonderful? I think more with my heart consistently and foremost. And if you guys would like to share yours, I would love to hear how you phrased yours.
I could share if you like.
Please.
For the first question, the answer is the same for both. Both the community and the world need.
No, it
And
starts with, isn't it wonderful?
isn't it wonderful that people have awareness of the living nature and have a connection?
You want to give us the other ones?
Yeah. Isn't it wonderful that the survival stress is removed? Isn't it wonderful that people have awareness of their body?
Love it.
For the third one, isn't it wonderful that I can stay happy and excited as much as possible? And isn't it wonderful that I love myself and have inner peace and more acceptance?
Yes, it is. We can feel that. Thank you. Who would like to go next?
I'll go. Isn't it wonderful that we have faith in authority and trust in each other? Isn't it wonderful that I have an environment I can thrive in? Isn't it wonderful that humanity has a reduction in stress from survive to thrive? Isn't it wonderful that I can lighten up, play, have fun, and see five? Isn't it wonderful that I can be positive, less divisive, and communicate boundaries earlier?
I'm just getting lifted up with every one of these answers. It's just joy running through me. Thank you, Dan and Christina. Anyone else?
I'll go. Um, isn't it wonderful that people are picking up their litter? Isn't it wonderful that they're no longer putting oil pipelines in the water? Isn't it wonderful that people are going out and actually connecting and listening to nature? Isn't it wonderful that I have no more stress? Isn't it wonderful that humanity is learning more plant medicine rather than prescription medication? Isn't it wonderful that I keep going outside, looking up and paying attention? Isn't it wonderful that I have forgiven? And the last one's kind of personal, but that's okay. Isn't it wonderful that I'm here with Tarquin in person?
Isn't it wonderful that you have such wonderful answers and such a wonderful connection to Tarquin? Are you going to share Tarquin? You don't have to, obviously. Uh-oh. Don't forget to unmute first.
All in particular order, glasses.
Okay, we can hear you.
I think people have been answering different questions. What was question one? I've just written the answers. Well,
Oh, what do you
isn't it wonderful that
well
I
yeah, Just and
Yes,
then give your
remind again,
answer.
please.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what the questions are. Just put how wonderful it is. Isn't it wonderful that, and then give your answer.
Isn't it wonderful that osmosis exists? Isn't it wonderful that oneness exists? Isn't it wonderful that trickle effect exists? Isn't it wonderful that nubs, hubs, and nodes exist? Isn't it wonderful that a shift is possible and coming? Isn't it wonderful to be embodiment? Mm. Isn't it wonderful that there are snakes and dinosaurs and dragons? Isn't it wonderful that Jennifer exists?
A resounding yes to all of those. Thank you. Anyone else?
It's just me or Wanda.
Yep, I mean, that's all the pressure I'm giving tonight. So,
I have two of them. I don't know how many questions there was. I was back and forth. So I have the first two. Isn't it wonderful for people to notice how they feel around nature? And isn't it wonderful to have a heart connection to nature?
thank you. And I guess that wraps up this particular session.
Isn't it wonderful that
Oh,
everything's wonderful? And it is done.
isn't it wonderful we get this playground to play in? Isn't it wonderful that I get to see all these smiling faces? Thank you all. Oh my gosh. Isn't it wonderful that the future Pleiadians come through? I'm feeling such peace and just uplifted right now. It's like yeah, speaking of that book, Christina, I feel like I'm soaring. Well done, Dan.
I really like that whole just phrasing things that way. Like that's really going to be helpful to me. Isn't it wonderful? But yeah, I like it a lot.
I know it's a wonderful lesson. That
Very
just kind of
clever.
slipped out, but
Yeah, it's really is a great way to manifest.
Yeah, for sure. I was just like, wow, that's so
Yeah.
good.
and we're just going to go ahead and just move on to the open forum.